Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, and starting with the DAX here on the weekly chart, which we looked at last time as well. But the market has moved down somewhat, and we're quite close to completing this particular triangle pattern that we've been looking at for wave 4. So from wave 3 here, we have an A and a B and a C and a D and an E wave here for wave 4. And let's go into the daily chart to work that and work in a bit. So wave 3 over here, an A wave here, a B, a C, a D, and an E wave here. So in this E wave here, we've been looking for 3 waves. There's an A and a B and a C. So let's just go into the 4-hour chart and look at that. So from wave D down to wave E here, we're looking at an A wave, a B wave, and then 5 waves down for wave C here. So for the 5 waves, we've got wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we're looking down for 5 here. We're looking for 5 waves in this last structure here. I think there's one more wave to go, so I'll just go into the hourly chart here. So we've been working here. We've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 here, wave 4 here with our stop up here, and now we can also move our, or I'll do that in a moment. So from wave 4 down to wave 5, we've got wave 1 and 2 and the wave 3 here, and I'm assuming wave 4's here, but it may get a little bit more complicated, and then wave 5 down closer towards the 12,000 here. So I think that we can actually bring our stop down. Where should we bring it? We may as well tighten it up, because markets don't always finish on their lows correctly. Then can be swayed by news and other markets and so on. So let's just sort of lock that in there a little bit. If you want a safer stop, then just leave it above the 12,300. Well, the thing to do, in what I would do, is that it's okay for the market to play above the level here, but if it finds support here, first high above the level, then you can move your stop over to that point there, okay? Because then if it's breached from that point, after the first high, this is top of group 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 300. So if we get a tested support on here, then we're going to be going higher from that point. So that stop would also turn into the long trade here as well. But all that said and done, we're just looking for one more move down into this area here to finish that. And the AEX, I'm not sure about the bigger count as I mentioned yesterday, but the same thing here as well. So we've got, counting this down as 1, 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave. The fourth wave here, we took some profit here. We've still got some skin in the game, so we can bring that stop down also into this space here now as well. I think there's also one more wave to come in here as well. If I can just, I'll just borrow these, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. I think this is wave 4 here and wave 5 here. Yeah, because I can count 5 waves in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So I've still got this here, unless this is part of, unless wave 4 finishes here. The other thing that I just want to check on something while I'm here. That should be right. I'll just stay with where we are here. So our target would be below the 550 area here, but we could also just continue to bring the stop down here as well. This does appear to be bullish here, but at least we'll lock in what we need to lock in here, and you may already be out on the 550. I mean, I would have been out on the 550. Well, I'm always out before, if I'm shorting, I'm out before the number, so I'd be at 553 I'd be looking for, little subgroup 1 in there, micro group 1. Or if I was coming up to the 550, I'm normally out at number 8 here, and then I'm off doing other things. So that's that. And the FTSE is kind of the same as well. So when we look at different count altogether in the bigger picture, but the intraday is the same. So I'm just assuming this is wave 1 here and wave 2 here. So we know that we have the A wave here. We've been working through a very complex B wave here, and now we're in this C wave here. So on the 4-hour chart, On the 4-hour chart, the logical thing to do would be to count it like this as wave 1 here and wave 2 here, because wave 3 is really swift. So that would leave wave 4 here and looking for wave 5, which is over here. And this is the, if I can just drag that across there roughly, that's the 50-60% retracement level. We've got a trend line coming through here as well, so just be mindful of that. But we are looking for one more move down here as well in this case. So I'll just leave that with you. But if the market does move down to here, it's going to bounce off the 7.5, so you'll need to accommodate that. Let's just go into the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart I've got counted differently, okay? And I can't figure it out. It's got to do with this here, and it doesn't show up on the cash market that well either. So on this market, I've got it here as wave 1 and 2, and then all of this is a third wave and a fourth wave here, but I'm still left with one wave short in terms of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. So I can bring that across here now for this, and looking down here for this one here. If you did go short here, then just bring it into perspective and lock in any profits there, such. And also the MIB is much the same as well. So with the MIB here on the Italian MIB here on the 4-hour chart, we've been working through in a triangle from wave 3 here. We've been looking at the A wave, a B, C, D, and E for a triangle, and then moving down. Moving down. So we looked at this as wave 1. We looked at this as wave 2 here, and 5 waves here for wave 3. Small wave 4 here. I hope I've got that right, but I do see that okay as the third wave here, fourth wave, and then the fifth wave. So we're also still short one more little structure here as well. And you know, it's when you sort of work when you're, I mean, with the trading levels concept, when number 2 here, major level 20,000, then 1, 2, and 3 make up group 1, minor group 1. If minor group 1, in the number 2 in minor group 1 becomes the retested resistance, then I normally find the market gets pulled down to the closest largest number. In this case, it's trading level 2 here, 20,000. And the structure's not finished here as well, so we should see more downside to come here yet. I can see from wave 4 we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, so we should still be coming down. I just assumed that would be pulled down to the 20 here, so just on the 1-hour chart to clarify that a little bit. Yeah, so wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. So I mean, I could place wave 1 over here. I'm not sure why I've got it here for wave 3 was in here. So we were looking for wave 3 to finish, obviously, from last time. And wave 4 has played out as we expected it would. And I'll just move that. So we should be coming down here now. And when all the other markets finish its low, it should finish this low here. I mean, it's a long way to travel for that 5th wave, so maybe I've got a couple of things wrong in here. I'll have to check on the tick chart. I'm just going to leave it the way it is for the moment of 1 and 2 there. I must have checked it on the cash market, but it does appear that it wants to go there for this market. I'll check it before I move it. Yeah, so this level here is obviously really important. The number 5, the 20,500, 5 here, 5 being the second strongest number in the market after number 1. If that becomes the retested resistance, then you can short it. It should move quite swiftly. Markets move quickly between the number 5 and number 8 in both directions, and also once 5 becomes the resistance or support, then it'll move quick down to number 3 here. When it comes into group 1 here of 1, 2, and 3, then it gets a bit choppy and bouncy in there. So yeah. And we should seeing 5 waves come from this as well. So this would be wave 1 and back for wave 2 here. So I suppose wave 3 would be here, wave 4 and wave 5 would come into this space here and get choppy at that point. Alright, just a short quick video today. I'm a bit behind schedule and I've still got a lot to do. So thank you for tuning in and enjoy the weekend. Cheers.